couple of members to say something, so I want to be patient. But when I give you a chance, please stick to the topic of discussion and spend 1 minute to make your point. The Honorable Wangwe. I'll give this side, then I'll come back this side. Give him the next. Give him any. The Honorable Wangwe, you could use this one.
Sorry. Thank you, Chair. Chair, allow me to really appreciate the committee for making it possible that we retain the zero rating of transportation of Ken, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, by applying exemption, it was definitely going to distract what the government has structured now in terms of supply of Ken. The industry has stabilized, Honorable Chair, and distorting it by making it exempt was definitely going to distract everything. Therefore, I want to support the amendment and retain that the committee amendment stands. Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Members, you know the Honorable Wangwe had moved successfully the sugar bill, and is now an act of parliament. That's why this is very important to him. I'll give it, the Honorable Junet. There's a young man I want to give a chance before you. He's called Honorable Mukunji. Go ahead.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. And when I was reading this bill, Honorable Speaker, I was wondering, what is it that this country wants to achieve by moving from zero rated to exemption of important things such as manufacturing of things in this country. Honorable Speaker, this House in 2024 was invaded because of some proposals that were felt to be so draconian in this country, Honorable Speaker, and out of the executive proposals, we found ourselves under siege, and many members had to run away in very weird places, including ambulances, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I am one of the people who spoke closely to these manufacturers. And because of that proposal alone, phones would have gone to more than 40% increase in their prices. And they could not compete with even what is, Honorable Speaker, they are getting from outside. But Honorable Speaker, I ask myself, why is it that somebody can sit down and make a proposal so bad that it gets to this House and this House gets a bad name out of it? That's why, Honorable Speaker, as we say, and I know we are going to actually continue having this fight between zero ration and exemption. It is important, Honorable Speaker, to realize that many of these proposals have a ripple effect, whereby some of these proposals will have jobs being lost. Honorable Speaker.
Order. Honorable Mukunji. Now, be specific on 31, please.
Yes, I am there, Honorable Speaker.
Please.
Honorable Speaker, the phone manufacturers, as a matter of fact, they should be given some tax rebate, including the railway tax and other taxes that involve local manufacturers.
Thank you. Honorable Bongogoyo, I gave you a minute. I said one, and I gave you 3. Honorable Bongogoyo, go ahead.
Thank you, Chair. And I want to say that on this particular clause, the committee has taken into consideration what we raised on the second reading. But let me say, if you want to build a country, this is how you build a country by zero rating. The executive had proposed totally different, and most importantly, you want to bring in other clauses the issue of excise duty, and you don't want funds to come from outside the country. Grow your economy so that some of those things you are able to facilitate people who are in this industry, so that ultimately the issue of even excise duty, which we will be rejecting, will not be there, because once we grow this industry, it will be easy for us. Lastly, allow me to say, the chair, you have considered what you say. That is now what should be happening, not what you do in other incidences.
Thank you. Honorable Wandeto.
Speaker, I also want to thank the Committee of Finance for at least listening to Kenyans on this one. And that's why I was challenging my good friend, Honorable Kimani Kuria, that such proposals should not have even been published in the first place. We should not be going through this cleansing ceremony and wasting time. But Mr. Speaker, my contribution is, and I would like the Honorable Kimani Kuria to listen to this, about manufacturing and the exemptions that are being proposed here, that the Cabinet Secretary can deal with exemptions up to 500 million shillings. I think you have amended it to 5 billion. Mr. Speaker, we are trying to encourage cottage industries. And we seem to be running an economy that we are purposing for foreign investors. Let us also purpose our economy to encourage local investors. We have many people going to China to get machines of 2 million, 3 million, to do juice extraction, packaging this and that. It is important that at least they also get this sort of capital investment exemption.
Honorable Junet.
Chair, I want to point out that members don't understand the powers they have. It is the same reason why, we are looking at this bill is because we are the ones who have the powers to amend it. National Treasury can propose anything they want under the sun. Now, you don't need to say, why is National Treasury proposing? It is you as the representative of the people who should make a decision. And that's why we're here today. That's what we are doing. Honorable Bodeto must know he has been sent here by Tetu people so that he can protect their interests in accordance with the law. And that is what we are doing to do. So, Mr. Speaker, first I want to support this amendment. I want to say, Mr. Chair, that this amendment is going to make Kenya an industrialized country. Chair, you know, when you attract investment more than 2 billion shillings to your country and giving them reliefs is when you will get serious investors. That is when you will attract international investors. That is when you will attract foreign direct investment to your country, Mr. Speaker. Secondly, Mr. Speaker, I represent sugar growing area. By zero rating transportation of sugar cane, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chair, is going to make my people's life better. Chair, as you are aware, this government of the broad-based has revived the sugar industry like no other government. All the sugar factories in our area are now working. In my own county, sugarcane farmers have been paid 1 billion shillings for the last 1 month, for the last 1 year, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, let us accept when the government is doing a good job. Let us own it, Mr. Speaker. Let us not just oppose for the sake of opposing, like what I'm seeing from this village of Amunyoro.
The Honorable Muchomba. 1 minute, please. Let it be a minute so that we clear this. The Honorable Muchomba.
Chair, thank you very much. I happen to be a member of Finance Committee. And we went to various counties in this country listening to Kenyans submitting on their views of the proposed executive finance bill proposal. One of the biggest proposals we received, especially in my county, Kiambu, they came and told us they don't understand the issues of exempt. All they care is whether the animal feeds are going to be cheap at the point of purchase. So, Honorable Chair, it is important for every member of this parliament, before we come to such strategic discussions like today, everybody should seek to read the reports of committees before you come to debate in this house, so that you know what members of your county proposed and what is being adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You know, I gave out the 5 on this side. Allow me to also give this side. The Honorable Oundo. Yeah. It's only fair. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I want to support the amendments brought by the Chair of the committee on Clause 31, particularly to make manufacturing in this country more competitive. But more importantly, Mr. Chair, zero rating transportation of cane is a very, very critical move at this point in time when cost of production is a major issue in this country. The cost of production, 30% goes to transportation of cane. So if we zero rate, Mr. Chair, we will be reducing the cost of production in this country.
Thank you so much. The Vice Chair of Finance Committee.
Thank you, Chair. I think I need to make this clear. I am just a member of Finance. The Vice Chair is
Honorable CPA Ruto.
I am a committee member of Finance.
You've been purporting to be Vice Chair of that committee. I didn't know. Now I do. The Honorable CPA Ruto, go ahead.
Thank you. That could be good prayers. Chair, I'm just speaking from the point of view of the committee report. And can I be heard in silence, Chair? I'm just speaking from the point of view of the committee report. Yes. What members, Honorable Wandeto there is saying is that it is very good to be attentive and always collect the content of every committee report before you react. Because right now it comes out that the committee has done the right thing, what we were wailing about, what we were complaining about, and the committee, guided by Article 118 of our Constitution, they undertaken public participation and have taken into consideration the views of the members of public that are affected. And they are put in this report. The entire report carries huge stakeholder engagement and what members of public are saying.
All members, thank you.
Always listen to the report, go through the report before you argue.
Thank you. Now that you'll agree that this clause does justice to what is required. Honorable Kaluma, lastly.
Chair, I want to support this provision, but with a caution that when we zero rate goods and services, the benefit should go to the consumer. Honorable Chair, the reason as to why the government was initially proposing deletions of these zero rated items is that no benefit is going down. Instead, the tax expenditure is going into hundreds of billions. So we are collecting money, giving to people who are not passing the benefit. So let me say that because we are not as bold as we should be today, and because the people want it so, let us zero rate these goods, but let the factories, the owners of the goods and services, transfer the benefits to the consumers.
Thank you so much.
That is something
Thank you. Members, I want to allow the Honorable, because there's a small thing we left out, and it's causing confusion. The Honorable Chairperson of Finance Committee, you got two further amendments to move before we vote on this. Please go ahead.
So, Honorable Chairperson, even before I move these two amendments, Honorable Speaker, I am happy that our honorable members from the other side of the aisle, we are now reading from the same page. That Honorable Chair, these proposals come to this House. It is our responsibility to make our decision. That's why we are elected by the people of Kenya, Honorable Speaker. As important also not to take the floor of this House to deliberately mislead, so that when you are voting no, then you are purporting that.
Thank you. Please move your amendments now.
Honorable Speaker, after further consultation, I want to move a further amendment, Honorable Speaker, that's on clause 31, that such goods with the exemption of the Cabinet Secretary may determine to promote investment in the manufacturing sector, provided that the value of such investment is not less than Kenya shillings 2 billion shillings, Honorable Speaker. The 5 billion is a bit too high, Honorable Speaker, and I think we agree that allowing investment of up to 2 billion shillings, Honorable Speaker, at least that will give an incentive to many more manufacturers. A billion, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, secondly, I would like to further move that. Where is that? Honorable Speaker, Honorable Chair, I beg to further move that clause.
It's 174 paragraph D.
That clause 174 paragraph D be further amended to read the following. In paragraph B1, by deleting the proposal new paragraph B and substituting therefore the following new paragraph, the issue, transfer, receipt, and other dealing with money, including money transfer services and accepting over the payment counters of household bills, but does not include the rest. So we're just changing the word or to and. And the purpose of this investment, Honorable Speaker, after again very consultative public participation, the wording on this particular clause, Honorable Speaker, could have been interpreted to mean that M-Pesa services would be subjected to further tax, Honorable Speaker. So by wording it like that, Honorable Speaker, it expressly provides that no additional taxation will be allowed on such crucial services, like, for example, M-Pesa service, Honorable Speaker. And Honorable Speaker, lastly, following the ruling on the T-bill, Honorable Speaker, by the court, I think it's important that I declare interest that I'm a farmer. Okay. And so I did a lot with animal feeds. And therefore, Honorable Speaker, it's important that I go on record that I am a farmer, Honorable Speaker, on this particular
Chair, before you sit down, there's an issue that was raised by Honorable Mbui earlier on what are the benchmarks to ensure that the CS Treasury does not use this discretion badly. I think you need to make a comment on it.
Yes.
The decision on the 2 billion.
So, Honorable Speaker, when you were arguing this, we actually strongly felt that we needed to add another provision to subject this to to the National Treasury issuing regulations, Honorable Speaker.
Okay.
But again, we thought that period between now and when the regulations would be published and passed in this House could still disadvantage those ready investors to come and invest, Honorable Speaker. But we'll be moving further in further tax amendment to provide that the National Treasury must issue regulations, Honorable Speaker, as you said, to make sure that this particular proposal is not abused, Honorable Speaker.
I hope you work with him to ensure that you bring these regulations. So, members, I now put the question that clause 31, as amended and further amended, be further amended as proposed by the Chairperson of Finance Committee. Will as another opinion say aye? Aye. Will those opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Members, I propose the question, therefore, that clause 31, as amended and further amended, be part of the bill. Will as another opinion say aye? Aye. Will as another opinion say nay? Ayes have it.
Clause 32.
Members, I propose the question that clause 32 be part of the bill. Chairperson of the committee.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that clause 32 be amended as per the order paper by deleting the following paragraphs, Honorable Chair. Now that we have made the deletions on clause 31, that we are moving those items from second schedule to first schedule. We now need to delete them again where they are, Honorable Speaker. So this means that now the items that we have listed as taking them back to zero rate remains under zero rate.
You are cleaning up. Thank you. Members, I propose the question that clause 32 be amended as proposed by the Chair of the Finance Committee. Honorable Undo.
Let me also take this opportunity to thank the committee for listening to the cries and the voices of Kenyans. But of course, as we do that, we must always question the motive of the drafters of this document. They must have been sadists. They are not typical experts that we thought went there. No sane person, no sane Kenyan could have done this. Honorable Speaker, it's unbelievable. But thanks a lot for the Parliament for listening.
Thank you. Members, I now put the question that clause 32 be amended as proposed by the Chair. Will as one of the opinion say aye? Aye. Will as one of the opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Members, I now put the question that clause 32 as amended be part of the bill. Will as one of the opinion say aye? Aye. Those of the opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
New clause 26A.
Members, I propose the question that new clause 26A be part of the bill. Mover to move it for second reading.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that new clause 26, that new clause 26A be now read a second time, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, this relates to supplies that are made to Kenya Defence Forces, Kenya Defence Welfare Services, the National Intelligence Service, the National Police Service, and the National Intelligence Service, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, Honorable Chair, the supplies that are made to these institutions for our men and women of uniform who do very tremendous job in protecting our country, Honorable Speaker, are exempt. But however, when the suppliers of this particular supplies to them, they are not exempt. And therefore, the suppliers to these particular institutions are not able to claim their input VAT. So, Honorable Speaker, by now providing this expressive proposal, Honorable Speaker, is going to increase the working capital available to these particular institutions. And we're talking about entities that apply, for example, fuel to Kenya Defence Forces. So that supply of fuel is exempt because Kenya Defence Forces, for example, or National Intelligence or National Police Service product, those particular institutions are exempt from VAT. But now the supplier, according to the current law, is not allowed to